Okay, so now on this one, what we're going to be doing is a GoLaLobo, which is huge for us here in New Mexico. But with this one, the really big important with the bowlers is finding a good jump section. Now with this jump section that I find right here, this is going to allow me to get to the archer queen, that air defense, and then it's also going to allow me to get the CC roll. Now those the bowlers are going to be able to throw those stones over the wall. So it's not important to be able to get through the walls, just get them close enough so that they can get to those defenses and able to throw the boulders over. So this is the perfect jump area. I'm going to set a funnel right here around the 3 to 6 p.m. side, closer to the corner. And I typically try to aim for where I can find army camps, because they open up wider areas and it prevents your archer queen and especially your bowlers from trying to circle around. So we're going to set in a golem here for the Y funnel. We're going to throw the wizards in behind to help set the funnel. Throw in the wall breakers, and they're going to go right to the closest wall segment. Then as soon as that's there, drop the royals. I typically try to drop the queen first since she has a ranged attack. And then I throw the bard king right in front, because he's going to charge ahead. Then once they're down, the wall is open, it's time to drop the bowlers, because you really want them the furthest behind, where you're going to have the most amount of meat shield in front. And they're just going to charge right in there, and that whole compartment is theirs. Now at this point, you're also going to have the CC, so you're going to want to drop a poison. I will have already dropped the jump, because you could drop that very early. You have a long time with it. Then we'll get a rage to help move all of those troops through those compartments. And then also a heal, so that way they stay alive. And you'll watch in this one, they stay alive for a very long time. From that area. And then while that's set up, and once I know that those air defenses are going down, then along the 3 p.m. to 12 p.m. side, I'm going to start dropping those loons. And you typically want to drop about 3 at a time with the new meta. And I drop the loons first, so they have a little bit more time to kind of catch up. And then I'm going to drop the lava hounds. Oops, wrong button on that one. That's my fault. Get back to what I need. That one, there we go. Get that, and so this is going to be where I'm going to drop those lava hounds. Get that in there. I'm going to drop a rage early, and I try to get about an area where I know I can get about 4 to 5 defenses to help speed those loons right along. And then I drop a haste right in this area to try to help speed it up, but I do miss it by a little bit. If I had dropped it a little bit lower, it would have made a bigger difference, but in the end, there was so many troops left up that this really made no difference where I put that haste. And those loons are going to be circling around counterclockwise as they clean up the rest of the base. Here we go. So, going to get the golems down first. Get some wizards behind. Golem. Wizard. Make sure I get that corner hut, which you can barely see in the corner. Got those wall breakers down. They've opened that up. Now, you've already seen the wide funnel that's set up. I got my heroes down. The bowlers are down. It all happens pretty quickly. The jump is something I drop first. Again, it's going to stay there for a very long time. Poison is doing what it needs to do. We have that archer queen that stepped over the wall. She's getting hammered by the bowlers. She no longer is with us in this attack. They'll also go up here and they're going to grab that bard king. And as they step further, you're going to see the bowlers play nice, and they're going to trickle up, and they're going to go right towards that air defense, right there along that 9 o'clock side. So knowing that that's targeted, the loons are already coming in, because they got a little bit of time to go around. So all that stuff is cleared in that 3 p.m. corner. Got the bowlers, the lava hounds right ahead. Now that haste, as you can see, if it had just been a little bit lower, it would have moved through that expo and that archer tower a lot faster. But as you can see, there's so many loons that are up. I still have lava hounds that need to pop. A lava hound that needs to pop. But I still have bowlers up. I still have my archer queen up. I have a golem that hasn't popped. I have a bard king. I just used my archer queen ability. And at this point, it is all about the cleanup. All the defenses are down. This went incredibly fast, as it typically does. But a lot of the early components, If you get that down, if you know exactly, you think it through, you step each process. If you think about it, every process, it's a very, very simple attack. And then you get to do the Lobo Howl. We're going to take a look at one more. Now, I didn't sketch this one. But it's important to see where I put this jump spell, because I'm leading these troops along the 12 o'clock side. And I want them to come in. They're going to get an easy lure on the CC, which is going to come out. I've got the golems already down, the wizards behind. They're going to punch that wall, drop the poison. The Archer Queen's actually going to do quite a bit as far as helping to kill that CC, and that dragon's going to go down. Now the bowlers are going in. I want them to circle around. That's why I put the jump on that further corner, because they're going to want to go towards that area that they think is now essentially open. I get that rage to help move them along the corner, and then I get a heal right there. So those bowlers with the Bard King are going to be doing a lot of damage. They're going to stay there for a long time, and they're going to clear up a lot of those defenses. Now, as I drop the loons from the 3 p.m., I get a great, wonderful placed rage spell. They take out so much of the base. Another perfectly placed haste spell that was just pure luck, I will admit that. As everything just starts moving around, you have all of these loons, but because of that perfect placement of that jump spell, a lot of those northern or the 12 o'clock defenses are already gone. So there's very little for the loons to do now at this point. And everything else has been circling around. Almost all of the cleanup is done. I've only had one Lava Hound pop, and this one is just toasted. There's nothing left for him. So this was a super easy base once I figured out exactly where to put that jump spell. And when you're looking for a good base to do this attack, that jump spell for the bowlers is paramount, because you need to get at least 2 air defenses, the Archer Queen, and that CC. This is Mr. Pickles, guys. Good luck with your GoLaLobo and the Howl. Ow!
Thank you so much, Mr. Pickles, for joining us. And now to show you a Lobo, here's New Mexico with Ralph. I'm going to show you this attack right here. I'm going to walk you through. So right there, he's just waiting for the golem to tank for that queen. So he kind of waited a little bit for that queen to kind of get closer to the golem. He starts the funnel right there with the wizards on the sides. Make sure that the golems are in front of the wizards, and then puts the wizard tower. Sorry, that's why it sounds confusing. So then he wall breaks through that first section, and the thought process behind this is putting that jump spell in the middle to try to get the golems in there, and then be able to pull the CC, and then just rage right there. He didn't use the heal spell right there because he didn't really need it. You usually need it if you're dealing with a bunch of defense structures and everything, and the queen in the middle, but because the queen was easily accessible, he just ended up saving the heal spell for later, and you'll see that in a moment. So now the queen's doing some mad work right there, takes down that expo with the help of the golem, make sure that to take that second air defense. So now you're going to start the Loon portion, or the Lobo portion I should say. So he puts in the 2 hounds on the top side to make sure to cover the defenses, and then notice right here where he puts the haste spell right there, like around 2 o'clock. He puts that haste spell real quick just to make sure that those loons take down that wizard tower, because if that wizard tower does not go down, that could definitely ruin the attack. He makes sure to place that heal spell. It was a very well placed heal spell in the middle to make sure that that Lava Hound stays put, and then those loons are pretty much back at it again with a bunch of health. And then notice how he saves 1 loon. We usually tend to save at least 1 or 2 loons for the end for cleanup. Usually you want to place it at the very opposite side of where your main loons are going. That way you can make sure that you secure the 3-star. Because the worst thing you can see is when you take out all the defenses and the only thing that's left are a few structures, and you end up getting that 99% 2-star with like just 1 second. You just need that 1 millisecond to get that 3-star. Well, thanks for joining right here. This is DJ Classmaster. We'll go ahead and show you some more videos coming back soon. And definitely howling in the background, Mr. Pickles. Thank you so much. Have a wonderful day, and I'll see you next time. And go ahead and check out his cool attack, the P.E.K.K.A with the GoLaLobo portion, so the GoLaLobo. Thanks again.